Patrick is getting ideas.
We are live on the interwebs.
No.
Oh, hey. Live from various basements. It's Thursday night. Savage World's Blood Moon.
Savage World's Deadlands-Blood Moon. It's a lot because
it's a mouthful. It's a mouthful. Yeah.
Savage World's Deadlands-Blood Moon, episode 7. Encounter at Merkel Canyon. So it's a lot.
Merkel. I don't know why that name makes me giggle and feel like it's inappropriate.
Right.
Like, it circles to Merkin. Merkel.
Has everybody knows like a Merkel at some point in their life, right?
I know no Merkels.
Really? You've never met a Merkel? Okay, I thought everybody had met a Merkel
Then
at some point.
what is it? Chancellor, not Chancellor.
Angela Merkel?
Angela Merkel, yeah.
Germany?
Yeah, it's not Prime Minister. It's
I think it's Chancellor.
Chancellor of Germany or whatever. What is Lot Urkel?
Did I do that?
That would be Urkel.
What?
Oh.
But it's close. It's close.
Tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, you can watch Bill and Ted 3 with writer Ed Solomon. I want to do that.
Where?
And Alex Winter. Dorothy. Get on Dorothy's Facebook.
Probably on the interwebs. It's probably like a special stream of some kind.
How much is
Gotta
it?
pay like $100,000, something.
I can force my dad to watch it with me.
$20 or something.
Force your dad to pay for it too.
Yeah, there you go.
I've been excited about the Bill and Ted movie.
Me too.
It's gonna be fun, yeah. It's gonna be super fun.
$24.99.
There you go.
Ugh.
Get over it, old man.
I'm excited about it, but I don't know if $24.99 excited about it.
It's getting over the weirdness of paying that amount of money for a first run film. I mean, I get it. It feels weird, but think about if you were to go to the theater to see it. How much would you pay? If you took two people.
$5.
If you took, see, me too. I would wait until it was Thursday, 9:40 on a Tuesday, and
Ultra
go for
senior rates
$5.
do not count, Patrick.
Yeah.
I go on
AARP card in. Maybe they'll give you a.
I go on Tuesdays and get the $5 thing, or I can go on Thursdays and use my teacher card and get $5 tickets as well.
Did they ever check the date on that thing?
There is no date on it.
Well, there you go. So never mind.
It's just an ID card with School
Patrick-
District 145.
Patrick's still using his UNL student card.
No, I'm using my teacher card, my teacher pass from Waverly.
You should. Can you actually make fake teacher ID cards? Is that a skill set that you have? Could you make us each a teacher card from that
It's
particular?
not that difficult
Well, there you go.
to
Yeah,
do.
fuck it. I'm doing that tomorrow. I'm doing that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Why not?
I already have one.
Yeah, you do. That's true.
I'm a teacher.
All right.
You as a teacher.
I am.
Are we live? Are we going yet?
We are going.
Y'all this week, though. Oh, I'm so
We're-
tired. Okay.
Well, I think we're all tired, except Mike. Mike's not tired. He's a little drunk. So.
Well, Mike's a cuck.
This is water. Now, anyway, it's water.
Welcome everyone to episode 7 of Deadlands-Blood Moon Encounter at Merkel Canyon. Everybody's so excited. There's so much gonna happen. But before we can get into that, we got to know what happened last time. I think this could be done in potentially. This could be done in probably 3 minutes. So, who wants to do it?
I do it.
Francis, do your thing, man.
Got this.
Well, last time we was all conscious. I think that's what happens in these sessions. We just we lose consciousness for a while, and then we regain it at a different time and date. So basically, we found out that little Willie, little town of Willie Mason. He found out that kid he knew where the damn bug monsters was. So we're like, Willie, what the fuck? You want to show us or tell us? We tried to get him to show us on a map, by the way. Like, I would just like it noted that we tried to get that put on a map, and kid lives in the middle of nowhere and can't read a damn map. So I don't know. They're doing a poor job raising that boy.
He's 8.
They're doing a poor job raising that boy. That's all I'm saying. Anyway,
I knew how to read a map when I was 8.
true. I always sat there with my granddad.
Oh.
And he had the atlas out, and I told him what roads to take. I don't know. Well, so they and then his mama made a big deal about it, and none of us brought up bringing the child. By the way, I think we universally thought that was a poor idea, but his father, who may be looking for like a 90th trimester abortion on this, is like, yeah, we gotta take him.
Now, I believe I did state that we may have to take the boy.
The person playing Buford says that quite a bit, and we just try to ignore it. Love you, Patrick.
Not playing that game tonight.
Oh, I love you. All right. Well, Buford apparently agreed that we were going to kidnap a child. I did not.
I cannot abide by that. I have to remind everyone once again that I am not Catholic.
Oh.
And then his mama got all pissed off, slightly understandably so, but she kind of looked like she was looking for a reason to get pissed off. And then they left, and Bill Mason said, Constable Cacciuti, he said, yeah, don't worry, I'll talk to her, it'll be fine. And then we trusted him about as far as we could throw his dumb ass. So we're like, no, we're just going to set up outside and make sure they don't make a run for it. Split up into 2 groups. First group was me and Rev and Mathis, and the second group was me and Hayes, and then Rev came out anyway. And then some giant dog things attacked. Pretty sure the same ones that attacked that campsite earlier that we was near, and did not help. And now we just basically fought them, and that's all that happened.
Yep.
Anyone need to add anything to that? Because I think that's pretty clear.
Yep.
You were
Clear.
successful, which is
Clear
good.
with my bumpkin ass accent. You see her?
It is it's the language of the people.
Not the smart people, I'll tell you that.
All right.
As I said, it is the language of the people.
Before we jump in, let's draw our fate chip, shall we?
I am always surprised by this thing. I'm always like, oh, right, this is the thing we do.
This is a thing that we do. Yes. Okay. Here we go. Deputy.
Uh-huh.
2 whites and a red.
2 whites and a red. All right.
The good reverend. 2 reds and a white. What? Mr. Hayes.
Get him, Buford.
3 whites. And the good doctor. Also 3 whites.
I'm going to call bullshit. There ain't a single blue in that bag, and you can't prove to me.
But wait, there's more.
Oh, God damn it.
You each get a 4th fate chip. Buford. Oh, I'm sorry, Francis. Red. Reverend. Red. Buford. Another white. And the good doctor. A red.
That's some incredible luck you got there.
See, there's blues. See?
Uh-huh.
It's not many, but there are.
He was somebody check his palm. That man is palming blue chips.
Seems to have a lot of hair on his palms.
Uh-huh.
Not
Shoot
gonna,
him dead, Buford.
not going to deny that. It's just easier.
I'm the
Just
law
so much
around
easier.
I'm the law around here. I won't charge you.
And we're back in Cochiti.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
That is a terrible rap album.
Now we got to do that.
No, we don't.
Reverend, give us a beat.
You're asking the wrong person.
All right. So,
Yeah, he did it anyway.
oh man, here we go. Back in Cochiti. Still late, or perhaps early in the morning would be better. Darkness still covers the town, and y'all just killed 2 hellhound-looking creatures. Well done.
No.
Let's just jump right in where we left off. Mr. Hayes, let's begin with you. You've just killed one of them inside the Undertaker's place, where the cold corpse of Mighty McGee lays on a table, and the head has been separated from the body.
That is correct, and I also located a pair of pliers or something like that, and
You did.
I removed a tooth from said creature.
Where do you
So
where do you put this tooth?
I just put it in my pocket
Side of his arm.
for
Jams
now.
it in there.
Just in my coat pocket,
Coat pocket.
pocket of my
Very good.
duster.
Ooh, very nice.
So then I go ahead and head out because I think we probably got some conversing to do with the rest of the group.
Just as you reach the door, as you turn and reach the front door, someone bursts from the back room wearing a long nightshirt and holding a shotgun. What the hell's going on out here? Jesus Christ! Almighty! What the hell is that?
Go lay down.
No, I'm not quite sure myself. I've never encountered one of these things before. It's just about ready to head outside and have a bit of a conversation with my colleagues about this.
Right then. He stays where he is.
Have you ever seen any of these creatures around before?
No, sir. I mean, I've seen some strange things, but this is new.
Well, I find it kind of strange, too, that he seemed to beeline straight towards this establishment.
Is that so?
That is correct. It's almost like he wanted something here.
Well, I'm not sleeping tonight for the rest of the night, am I?
Well, you just keep your ears open. Make sure you don't hear no howling.
Lord Jesus. Disappears into the back again.
Well, I'd keep that shotgun at your side at all times, by the way.
Oh, I will. I will.
I then head out to speak to my friends.
Very good. Deputy, Reverend, Doctor.
Deputy Reverend Doctor.
Revelations, are you folks all right?
Fine.
Mathis, what the actual hell's you thinking running at that thing?
Well,
Doctor D, would you like to roll an Arcana?
ooh,
And Reverend, if you have any points in Arcana, well, you can do
like
the
a
same.
cult?
Like a cult would be good.
Yes, I would like to roll that.
I do have knowledge in occult as well.
That's a 5.
A 5. All right.
I
You
have nothing trained but my faith.
Very good. Well, your faith obviously told you that this was evil. This was an abomination from hell. You felt that the night of the attacks. Doctor and Buford, you can roll as well if you'd like, if you have our occult.
Yes, I rolled my
Yes,
5.
you are familiar with a creature that you don't know exactly the name, but you are aware there is a creature that can be summoned as a curse on a person, and it matches the description of this beast that you just helped to kill.
Well, Deputy, you asked me why I decided to fling myself at this beast. These beasts, I'm not sure if you're familiar with them. While I don't know their name, are generally summoned by something as a curse to be put upon something else.
I fucking hate magic. God, I hate magic.
It's a bit frightening, yes. But
It's
I
not
flung
natural.
myself
I'm
at
just
it.
saying. It ain't natural. It ain't. It ain't.
Uh-huh. In an attempt to potentially harm the creature, as my gunshots were not doing anything, I realized what these creatures were and thought that perhaps a different type of damage would perhaps do the job.
Well, I know my bolts ain't doing shit. I
Right,
had to put
they
one
can't
clean.
be harmed unless it's magic.
Only thing I know hurt is when I put one clean in its asshole. I'll be honest, that was an accident.
There are very small areas of weakness, and in general, the asshole on any creature, it tends to be a small area of weakness.
Language notwithstanding, it's quite clear these things come from the pits of hell.
Indeed.
Just thank the Almighty we were able to stop them.
Quick notice roll from the three of you.
That's another 5.
$5. $5.
$5 foot long. Sorry, I haven't rolled yet. We'll get to that.
I have tonight a delightful sparkling wine.
Ooh. Everybody does quite well. You all hear footsteps coming from the direction that you came from, Deputy. And you all turn to see the constable in a half state of dress. He has his pants and boots on and no shirt, carrying a large rifle. What in the hell is going on?
Who in town would know how to summon a hell beast to cast a curse upon this place?
What?
That's what I thought. It's not him.
He steps up to you and looks over the creature.
Yes,
Jesus Christ in heaven, what the hell is that?
Well, it ain't what you said. It's the other thing.
Reverend?
Can I see Buford walk out at this point?
Yeah.
I know not what it is by what it is called, but it is a hound from the pits of hell.
Buford, you kill that one?
The good doctor has informed us that these appear seeking out the victim of a curse placed upon them by someone who delves into such awful things.
First I'm hearing of any curse. And you say they were here for somebody in town?
Or potentially the entire town itself.
That's of course, yeah.
So one
The whole
was poking
town's
at
cursed.
the hotel, and the other was perhaps poking around. Where did you just come from, Hayes?
In answer to your question, Deputy, yes, indeed, I did dispose of the other creature. I just came from the Undertaker's building over there.
Well, at least you put that thing back where it belongs. I don't think they got a box big enough for these shit. So
Now, Chad, I'd rolled a 9 for my occult knowledge.
Oh, okay. You're a little bit more familiar with you're pretty sure what these were Gabriel hounds. And these creatures are summoned by someone with a grievance against another person. And those their entire job is to take vengeance upon the person who is cursed, to kill them and bring back proof that murder had taken place.
Let's see. Excuse me for a second. Lots of throat cookies.
Good times, good times.
What we're looking at here is a Gabriel hound, also known as vengeance dogs.
Oh,
And generally created for one specific purpose, and that's to exact revenge on somebody, on a person, a group of people.
Why would the name of the angel Gabriel be bestowed upon a beast from hell?
well, I may not know a lot about the Bible, but if I remember correctly, Gabriel and Lucifer are brothers, and Gabriel had a bit of a score to settle with Lucifer.
duh,
Seems-
Reverend.
Makes sense.
Ain't that shit you supposed to know?
This sounds like it might be some expansion on the original texts.
Oh, right. I read the Beyond King James version. There are a few extra books in there.
the ye old Sumerian.
That guy ain't alive yet.
I read the Winchester version. Supernatural.
I read the Book of Thomas once. That was crazy. That was nuttier than shit after you eat nuts.
Well, you like Thomas, you should read Job.
Nah, that Mormons was enough. Anyway,
What in Sam hell is going on down here?
oh, what moron! Hello.
You turn and you see the mayor walking down the street with his two cronies, all of them carrying rifles.
Oh, fantastic! Hey, good timing. We've done all the work.
What have you brought to my town?
Brought to your. Oh, fuck you! I'm taking a walk. Taking a walk.
Anyone want to explain this?
Mr. Hayes, you seem to have an excellent grasp upon these things.
Well, it seems like someone in your fine town has pissed off somebody else. These hounds don't normally show up unless somebody is trying to exact some revenge upon them.
Barely anyone
You're
left
implying
here.
that our presence here brought these here. I believe that me and my companions can just go ahead and head back to Santa Fe and leave you in the clutches of the rest of these creatures.
It's
You
just
seem to have this well in hand, Mr. Hayes. I think I'll go try and calm down the good deputy.
let's everybody just calm down. Bill is trying to assert some type of authority here.
Shut up, Bill.
Yes, it might seem a little strange that these people show up and suddenly there's these weird creatures. But we've had creatures before. I mean, Christ. No wonders everybody's leaving Kochiti. God, please. Please, you got to stick around and help us.
Not deputy. Mr. Hayes, you said the one that you disposed of was heading towards the mortuary?
He made it all the way into the Undertaker's building. That's right.
And the one I was facing down at first appeared to be heading towards the tavern, but then made no effort to come in. Perhaps what they were sent for resides inside the mortuary.
I just found it interesting that once the creature was finding himself, say, in dire straits, instead of heading back to where he came from, he headed directly into the Undertaker's.
Hey, Rev.
Yes, deputy. I wanted to speak with you. What's up?
I'm gonna stand over here till those pieces of shit bootlickers leave us the fuck alone. But seriously, do we need to like cut their heads off? Something? I don't know nothing about no hell, whatever.
There are some things that you have to do that, and it may behoove us to do so. But for the sake of the why they're here, what did Whitey tell you?
He's down most of it. I didn't get much out of him. I think he's.
Very few people.
I think he was part of that camp we run across, though. I think he got messed up, made for the water. That's what got him.
That certainly supports supports my concerns. One of those beasts was making its way for the mortuary. They're all clamoring about who they're here for. I think we may know.
He did ask about a Dylan. Won't know till we get back, check the heads we collected, but I'm betting one of them heads is a Dylan.
Yeah, who might have had a score to settle with the late Whitey McGee and his pair of thugs.
I don't know. Anybody whose horse he took, or cow he took, a horse he husbandried.
Not sure you're using that. Anyway.
Forced animal husbandry. He made 2 horses have sex to breed them.
Oh, okay.
It's illegal. It's weird. It's illegal.
Also needlessly graphic. Yes, I guess we can reconvene with our friends when things calm down.
I ain't going near that dumbass mayor. He's likely to shoot all of us and listen to a single damn one of us.
Does seem a little brash and dense.
Mayor, everything's fine now. Everything is just fine. Just please go home. We will handle the rest. Please. The mayor looks at his 2 cronies and I feel the need to be more proactive. We'll be standing guard for the rest of this evening.
Now he feels the need to be more proactive. Let's go ahead and start the fight in the 4th quarter.
I feel you all need a rest after such an ordeal.
Anybody else feel that in their head?
I suggest the hotel for the lot of you.
I wouldn't mind helping you keep watch. I had a lovely restful night's sleep before I came out. So, I'll stay with you if you don't mind.
Very well, then. At least I'll be able to keep an eye on you. He stomps off back towards the western part of town, along with one of his boys, but one of them stays right there. Hovers, just sort of hovers just a few feet away from y'all.
What are you looky-looing at?
Nothing.
Listen, boy, you want to be useful, you go right ahead.
Mayor'd like you to head on to your rooms now, and I would appreciate the same.
Fine, but I got to stop by that other bar down the street because I said I was going to take me a bottle, and I'm going to take me a bottle.
I go and just stand awkwardly close to the crony.
Deputy, if you don't mind, I'd like to accompany you.
I would be glad of your company, Mr. Hayes. I'm sure that's not a problem, is it?
He said deputy.
The deputy.
Never mind.
He said, I know originally he called us all Reverend Dr. Deputy, which I like Reverend Dr. Deputy. I think we should all, by the end of this campaign, try to get to Reverend Dr. Deputy as like a multi thing.
So we're all ordained. I teach you all how to be doctors and deputized.
I feel like the ordained and the deputized, easy peasy. The doctor bit, we're going to have to go on a bit of a scavenger hunt.
Mr. Hayes, you head towards with the deputy. Reverend, what are you up to?
I say to the crony, well, with that, good evening, I suppose, to you, Mr.
Grayson. I don't want this job. I don't want it. Just do what you're going to do. I'll be all right. Thank you.
Well, Lord be with you.
Thank you, Reverend. He actually just starts wandering over to the hotel.
Okay. Oh, Mathis, you're with him, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. You were about to say something.
Mr. Grayson, would you like to stop in the hotel, have a little nightcap before we return to your boss? It seems as though you are under a bit of pressure.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
I happen to be well known for my bartending skills. Paid my way through school.
I am less well known for such things, so thank you.
Just to note, schooling was often free in those times. You simply had to get an apprenticeship.
Ryan, he's making shit up. It's fine.
No, it's okay. I understand. He doesn't know math. You can tell him anything. That boy don't know his alphabet, so...
You're, as I'm, like, pouring random shit in a cup. Your boss is a bit intense there.
Heavy cream and whiskey.
It's good, okay?
What did we call that? What did you...
Children's
delight, right?
Children's delight. Child's delight.
Child's delight.
Child's delight.
Whew. Yeah. Excuse me, ma'am.
Your boss, the mayor.
Right.
He seems a bit much.
he's under a lot of stress. The town's ma'am, we're dying here, and he's holding on tight, and I make shoes, ma'am. I make shoes, and these creatures, and
They're not even good shoes.
We gotta get into them kinky boots business. It's not the right clientele here.
I suppose there's maybe a mail order thing I should have gone to Denver, ma'am. I should have. Don't know why I'm still here.
But is he a good man?
Oh yes, ma'am. He is a good man. He is trying hard, and then there's just not much left, ma'am. He's desperate like us all.
I can appreciate that. It just, if I may be blunt with you, it was a little off-putting that we came all the way here to offer our aid and immediately were questioned and frankly a bit insulted by his brashness towards us. We've done nothing to cause suspicion. We've only offered our aid.
I don't know what else to tell you, ma'am, but fear and desperation don't make for kind people. I am sorry.
I appreciate that.
Now, what is this called here?
That is called a cement mix-up.
You don't want to drink that fast, boy.
It's
not meant for sipping. Just shoot it back.
it's delicious.
It'll calm the
babe.
nerves.
Calm your nerves and upset your stomach. Oh, you really made Chad take that whole drink?
I ain't much for drinking, man. Whew.
It's one of those one and done kind of drinks.
Just give me some more of that.
All right then.
God.
Cut to.
Can Buford and I go?
Indeed.
Okay, sure. How you doing, Buford? I fucking hate these shit kickers. God damn.
Buford chuckles internally to the irony of that comment. So, Deputy Gunn, I almost have this feeling that the hound that went into the Undertaker's in front of me might have been looking for something specific. Is there any reason that he might be going towards Mr. McGee there?
Said they like hunt for revenge, right?
That's correct.
That makes sense.
I mean, I know Mr. McGee's not the not the most, let's say, honorable person.
No, you gotta remember back. It's this old beef between them. That camp we met down the river. He mentioned some Dylan, and they found some stuff right before he made a break for it. He got some treasure buried. I think whoever they took it from. Maybe that's what this is all about.
Did he happen to mention if there's Dylan of any dealings with the occult?
I ain't know nothing about that.
All he did was drop name.
He didn't say all that much. Said something. It's just he said something about wolf things attacking him, and a Dylan. That wolf things reminded me of that camp. Back we found him on the shore, head but bruised up, thinking he made for the river. A lot of these folks ain't much for swimmers.
I just find it interesting that these creatures are so different than the other creatures that we came out here to take care of. It almost seems like it's a separate incident, like they're not connected.
Well, I'll track my thoughts. See if I come up with something else.
I mean, after all, you probably had the longest discussions with this gentleman.
Yeah, discussion ain't nothing. He had a fevered mumblings. You know how they get when they in their sleep.
Well, if he's so feverish, how did he get the energy to try to escape then?
I don't know. Ask Mathis. Good doctor would be better to know than me. All I know is he went for me.
Well, we can only assume that his fever, that his temperature was so high that he didn't know what he was doing.
I kind of hope he did. Feel a little better about it then.
Well, perhaps we should try to find out where this Dylan character might be.
Honest with you, think we got his head in our hanging from the back of our wagon.
Interesting.
Anyways, what the fuck we do with this bear? I'm assuming we're at we walked by the court the
Oh, yeah. It takes 3 minutes conversation to get from one side of the town to the other.
Hey, we need to string up Whitey if they're real after him. I don't mean like he ain't got no neck string up no more, but like under the arms or something. I mean, I'm from Utah, so you got bear problems. You got to string up the food so they can't get to it.
I see what you're saying.
Good luck, Sketties. I do not.
Godspeed.
Yeah, you have fun with that.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, no.
Thank you for the sub, by the way. Thanks for the prime.
Reverend, what did you just go to bed? Is that what is that what I understood?
Well, he wandered off as I was speaking to her after I had spoken to him. So, who else is still out there?
Nobody.
Right now, if everyone has left that area, are you Are you just standing there, or
Phil's back at prom, just
where would you
one
like
seemed
to be right now, good Reverend?
Since no one seemed to pay any never mind to me.
You are
would
there
first-
with still standing there over one of the corpses, the one that's in the road.
Give it a look over for just a moment.
You looking for anything in particular?
First and foremost, I would try to be certain that it is in no way still moving.
Let's see. What can we have you roll for said thing?
Perhaps would even I may even chance touching it to see if it is gone cold to the touch or if it is what its state is.
All right. It is. You touch it. It is not cold, but it hasn't been too terribly long since its death. You notice that it is quite warm, actually, but it does not respond to your touch at all.
Reverend's got a kink.
Aw, damn.
I would leave it be for a moment. I would go back to where I had set up, staying up over the night to return the horse blanket to its rightful place. Don't want to leave the spot I was camping out in the stables in any worse than I left it, or arrived at it, rather. Assuming that goes off in a mundane sense, then maybe kind of stop by and look into the Undertakers.
Very good. Yes, you enter the Undertaker's building. The door still hanging wide open, and standing over the beast is the Undertaker. He is dressed fully, just standing there scratching his head, not sure exactly what to do, and he notices you. Reverend, welcome. I do apologize for the beast.
No apologies necessary. It was
In God's
here,
name,
I
Reverend.
saw what happened.
What is this thing?
Well, I have a distinct sense that it comes from hell, and this was confirmed by some members of our number that, for whatever their reasons, know a thing or two about these sorts of things. It was called a Gabriel Hound, an odd name for such a thing, but do not.
I apologize. What you were saying?
I do not know what they were after, but I have some ideas. But for the time being, I was seeing as these things are not of this world. I wanted to kind of play it safe here. Do you? I assume among your inventory you have tools that would be used to for surgical purposes, perhaps a bone saw.
Yes, I do have those type of tools, of course. Yes. He goes over to a particular a rolling a roll top desk basically, and rolls it up, and you can see he has different kinds of surgical like tools at his disposal.
Motioning towards his coat rack, I ask him, "May I?"
Oh yes, please. I'm sorry.
I sort of hang up my coat and my outer shirt and roll up my sleeves and say, "It's gruesome work to be sure, but sure you've seen a thing or two."
Oh, good Lord.
Indeed. I feel it's better safe than sorry with these things.
He disappears for a moment and comes back with two, heavy, butcher's aprons. Grabs you one and puts one on himself. I suppose I'll assist.
Yours says kiss the cook.
He seems a little too excited.
He does.
Chad's accidentally made a strong decision for this NPC.
I would commence to decapitating the beast.
Wow.
And for that matter, I would, just for good measure, I would attempt to bless the blades.
Great. Give me a faith roll. We'll bless the blades.
Bless the Blades. Great band name, by the way.
That's a great,
It's
or
not bad.
at least like a third album of some, weird, like Celtic metal band. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, Lord be with us and make our labor quick and effective.
Yes. The you actually hear a low hum begin, and the blade actually glows just ever so slightly. You've cast smite on that blade, and it will carve through demon like butter, sir. I'm still going to make you make an athletics roll to get through the bone.
Understood. Yeah, this goes full Evil Dead on this little Undertaker's quarters. All right.
You look up, the other dude's masturbating. Oh, all right, this is gone.
Yep, you hit the bone a little bit, but he actually comes in and he hands you a bone saw, and you rip through that thing, and its head severs from the rest of the body. With this a pool of not so much blood, but like an acrid smelling black ooze, you know, following it as you pull it away from the head away from the neck. Sound effects.
Holy artist.
I would lead him to the second body, and second verse same as the first, I'm afraid.
All right. Just make you roll that athletics again, just to make sure you can get through the bone. You get a little stuck. Oh, perhaps I'm overstepping, but may I?
Oh,
Oh God.
Still with some concern about his eagerness. I would say, well, yes. The spirit is willing, but the body needs rest. You certainly, I will welcome the help.
Oh, thank you. Cut to Doctor. You fed some alcohol
And a lot of dairy.
to Mr.
Weirdly?
Grayson. Yeah, weirdly. And he is feeling really comfortable sitting in a chair at a table.
The chair spins, you know.
And he's been just talking up a storm, telling you about him and his life and his, how he, how he made it here from Louisiana, where he's from, and how he, apprenticed as a cobbler, and
Sure, it's a very interesting topic.
his, he had one love in his life, and she chose another. But he thought he found a new life for himself here in Cochiti. But it's just all gone to shit. Excuse me, I'm sorry my language. I don't do a lot of drinking. I'm sorry.
Sometimes you just need to let it all out. When did all this madness start?
Oh, about maybe about a month ago or so. It's the first time we noticed things. Some livestock starting to go missing, and it's few and far between. But at this point, maybe about 10 days, a week ago, just people started. You see the bugs and the livestock, and people go missing, and you hope they just left, but you don't know. You're not sure, and the doors, they starting to lock at night, and you just don't know.
And did anything significant happen around the time that these things started happening? Like, I don't know. In some of those books that I've read, there's a certain person comes to town, or a meteor hits outside of town, or an earthquake, or...
We did, if I do recall, there It was the time of the blood moon. Right? Yes.
The blood moon?
Yes, ma'am. The moon glows red, and
He said the thing. He said the title, guys. He said the title.
Big Ace, he said the title.
I did a fair bit of studying in my youth, and it was the moon and the stars. They always did intrigue me some, and they call it the blood moon when the moon glows red. It's from what I understand, it's a reflection from the earth and the moon, and it's quite beautiful. But some say
This cobbler is
filled with
fascinating.
magic.
I know, right? I might want to adopt him. Not only does he make shoes, but he knows a
Is
string.
this our adopted NPC? Yes.
He is now.
Better him than the coroner.
Could I just maybe have one more? Just
Of course, of course.
That's just makes the whole body warm.
I'm gonna give this one a little more cream than booze.
It's very rich and creamy. Excuse me.
Here, have some peanuts.
Oh, I do love peanuts. I'm sorry. What were we talking about?
So you were talking about the blood moon, and
Yes, there was
after the blood moon is when all these
there was a
kind of strange happenings happened.
Well, that's when things seem to get the incidences seem to increase after the blood moon. I didn't make that connection before. I suppose that might mean something.
It very well might. It very well might. I know a lot of things are affected by the moon, like the tide.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Now, perhaps if there was a significant change to the gravitational pull around that moon, it would have awoken a couple things.
That does seem like it's very. You seem to have had your fair share of education as well.
I am a doctor.
Doctor, very. Well,
Not
that's-
that kind of doctor,
oh.
but a doctor nonetheless.
Of course, yes. I see. I thought about becoming a doctor until I discovered my love for the human arch. And the
We
ankles
could
and the
just
way that
call you Dr. Scholes.
the way that's just a subtle curve. It reminds me of a woman's. I'm sorry. I don't drink much. I just not very often.
What the fuck's wrong with this town?
That is becoming clear to me.
I'm just gonna say Francis called it. He hates all these people, and Francis called it.
I have decided that this man's last name is Scholes,
Yeah.
and he is Dr. Scholes.
Dr. Scholl's having a foot fetish does not surprise me.
Canon. This is how Dr. Scholes' footwear began.
This is how we get sued.
Perhaps we should make our way to find your boss and his other assistant.
Of course, he stands but doesn't do terribly well and has to steady himself on the table.
Why don't you take my arm and you can escort me through town?
I would be delighted, ma'am.
And you can tell me all about your boss and this town and how it used to be.
There used to be just, I mean, we were growing so very quickly, and there was talk of a second church coming to town, and there was, it was a delightful, Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, ma'am. I need to sit down right now. I'm sorry.
You just sit right here. I'll go find your boss and his other friend.
Thank you, ma'am.
You take a rest.
Thank you, ma'am. Cut to Deputy Mr. Hayes.
We're walking out of the bar with that with a bottle of whiskey.
Oh no.
As all of you, what direction do you guys head with your bottles of whiskey?
I'm heading back to the hotel. I'm
Yep.
fine with not doing anything else.
All right. You guys are heading back to the hotel. Doctor, you have left the hotel. And you all...
I was going to walk to the mortuary instead.
Okay. You are headed towards the mortuary, and you all kind of notice at the same time the Reverend standing over one of the creatures, the creature that had fallen in the road. And Mr. Hayes, you recognize the Undertaker with a saw going at the neck of that beast. Seem enjoying it a little too much.
Buford, give me that bottle.
Well, hell, preacher man.
Buford, give me that bottle.
Axe is already at the foot of the trees, and every tree that does not produce good fruit will be cut down, thrown into the fire.
You get the distinct impression we ain't supposed to be watching this, Hayes?
You know, there's certain things that my parents said that we should never be looking at, intruding on other people's personal, beliefs and likings. And I'm thinking he's liking this a little too much.
That smile is unsettling. And I done see a bear wolf tonight.
Do I notice them?
I'm going to bed.
Indeed. No one's sneaking around. You all see each other.
Oh, deputy. Sorry for the display.
I ain't judging. This technically ain't illegal. I'm just blinders.
I was going to say I took your advice to heart. Better safe than sorry.
Sounds great. I would pat you on the back, but please do not touch me. Thank you.
We're just covered in like this black blood and bile.
So you guys head on to the hotel then? Doctor?
I would follow the boys.
Okay, yeah, we're going to head back to the hotel.
All right. So the three of you back to the hotels, back to the rooms, correct?
Do we pass the cobbler totally asleep in the street?
Oh yeah, he's just sitting on the porch. He's doing that drunk thing where he's sitting on the edge of the porch. His legs are spread out. He's leaning forward. His head is almost between his knees. And he's doing that thing. He's going, oh. Oh.
Just get the demons out. You'll be okay. What did you do to him?
I gave him a couple of drinks, loosened his tongue a little bit.
Speaking of,
Do you want a cement mixture too?
What that?
I'll make you one.
I say you what that?
The party begins.
Okay, we're inside the cement mixer.
I don't believe cement has been invented yet.
That's great. This is way better than the children's delight. You did great. This is a great job.
Thank you. I'm planning on a little invention that I'm making with some powdered ghost rock and water. If I leave it around, it sort of hardens. I call it cement.
Well, I don't know if all that'll catch on, but you know, the drink's good.
Well, thank you.
Reverend, what do you do with the rest of your evening?
Well, when our unpleasant work is finished, I would tell the Undertaker good night, and I would head back. Well, I would grab my coat and shirt and head back to the hotel to get cleaned up.
Yes, he follows you back to his back to his place, and yeah, he has a basin of water and everything, so you can clean up a bit and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, I was going to grab my stuff and clean up at the hotel.
Oh, okay, fine. So he's because he really wants to talk about it. He's like, that was an amazing experience. I've not had such an experience. Do you do this often? How does one become a reverend and take on things as this? This is
I will admit, this is not typical of our trade. These are quite extreme circumstances we find in here, and
you must find that disappointing. You must find that very disappointing.
I'll be forthcoming with you. I took up the cloth in search of a life of peace.
Oh yes, of course.
The good Lord is evidently not without a sense of irony.
It's time out for Lincoln.
He
Lincoln,
doesn't have his diaper on, and Mommy had no idea.
Oh, he's just
He's
commando,
freeballing.
huh?
Yeah,
Straight up.
pretty third. Still got shorts, but some without removing the shorts has removed the diaper.
Oh.
So,
He seems
Maybe that's a
quite
sign
pleased with his
that,
accomplishment.
Someone is ready to use the potty.
Oh.
Big.
yeah, we're trying. I promise you, we're trying. It happens, but we haven't equated the needing to go to telling Daddy we need to go.
Yeah, that's the tough
He
part.
sits and he'll go. No poopies have happened yet in the potty.
Well,
That's a different thing.
that's intimidating. I mean, I still have trouble. So,
Yeah. Also, I mean, he's only ever pooped basically standing up, so that's.
good point. Good point.
Mm-hmm.
Give me love, give me. Oh, so tonight, honey, you should know that all of Chad's NPCs are sexual deviants. It's great.
This is what happens when
Was the cobbler? I thought he was just a. I thought he was just a lightweight.
It's got a thing for feet. I think that's where we're going.
Oh.
Yeah. Good night, Lincoln.
Say good night.
Good night.
You say good night.
See you later.
So are we shaming no kinks or all the kinks? At this
I think we're
point?
shaming all of the kinks.
All the kinks. Okay. I guess it is 18 something.
Yeah,
So
that's
yeah,
true.
we should be shaming all the kinks.
Indeed.
Might as well change his name from Cuciti to R&D because they trying to get the kinks out.
God dang.
Ankles.
God damn it,
Ankles!
kid.
Exclamation point from there.
All right, Reverend, you're back at the hotel. Are we calling it a night? Anything else anybody wants to do before we move on?
I would inform them of what I've been talking about with Rev and Hayes already. I'd fill Mathis in. It didn't mean nothing to me previous because the Whitey, he was mumbling crap while he was laying there, right? But he brought up a Dylan and being at this camp, and there was like wolf beasts. I thought he was having a damn fever or some shit. But these wolf beasts, and finding him by the river with a thing on his head, that makes sense. Maybe he went for a swim in the river, took a big knock on a rock or something.
Escaped, but only ever so briefly.
Does that make sense to you, Doctor?
I believe so, yes.
I've been trying to, got my notebook here. I've been trying to write down other stuff he's mumbling, just in case, it comes up or whatever.
Not certain why the beast would still be seeking out revenge on White McGee even after his demise, but
Y'all said they need proof, right?
That was my thought.
Shit, they ain't got it.
some awareness for them, but I suppose it all tracks.
I mean, that's how bounty hunting works. Gotta bring in something.
Well, they have been
Making salsa?
they have been summarily taken care of, though it was quite possibly the most disturbing experience of my life.
Hi, Laura's dad.
Hello,
Hi.
sir.
Hi, Uncle Brian.
Salsa. Because I had an abundance of tomatoes.
We are Laura's nerd friends. Hello, sir.
Friends is a strong word.
Yeah, that's true.
And I have to say, Mr. Hayes, how is it that you knew what these beasts were called? Have you encountered them before?
What, you all
I'm not.
miss? Y'all not paying attention during that fight?
I mean, you did know how to handle them.
No, know how to handle them. Okay, so we ain't paying attention to. Okay, we just gonna pretend it didn't happen. Guys, sound good.
Are you referring to Mr. Hayes's magical abilities?
Yeah.
I knew about those.
I did too. Sure, why not?
I suppose it makes sense in that he was dealing with the beast in such a way, but I did not witness this. I was still around the corner of that long building before. So that's what that flashing light was.
I ain't never seen a gun that bright. Just saying.
I have not directly encountered these before. I had just heard of them.
From?
Just in my dealings over time.
Whatever. He cheated at COD. Someone sent a damn dog. out.
Coming from the bayou, there's a lot of that voodoo stuff going on down there.
Oh, I know. I heard some of that from my mama. We came from out east, not that area, but Tennessee up north.
So we hear the stories over time.
Where
The name is just continuing to intrigue me. Reverend, you alluded to it, why something from hell would be called a Gabriel dog.
yes, it was quite curious. I apologize. This is all so overwhelming for all of you too, I'm sure. But
Weirdly,
Well,
I'm settling in at this point.
Mr. Hayes, where came you by your abilities? Not from this voodoo.
Where do you get that voodoo that you do?
Keep a straight face here.
There's certain things that people just aren't so willing to talk about. This happens to be one of those things.
Being like, why that coroner had a giant boner under his apron while he was cutting that head off?
When I said that dismembering the hellhound was one of the most disturbing experiences in my life, I wasn't entirely referencing strictly the surgery.
Uh-huh.
I just find it interesting. In my readings, I tend to read a variety of things, so my knowledge of biblical things expands a bit beyond that. But the angel or archangel, Gabriel, tends to be known as a messenger.
I've been reading this book called Wikipedia.
An interesting book. A lot of info on there.
I can see you reading it.
But it does. He does tend to be known as a messenger. I mean, with his horn and all that, that perhaps these beasts were meant to send a message.
Quite frankly, I don't care about none of that. Just, is it any more? And since they did not pull off what they were doing, whatever the hell it was, do we got to worry about them again?
I would assume it's fairly likely that they will come back or be sent again.
We can't leave White in the damn... We can't leave them here. Those things come wandering back. They're going to eat every last person. Let's be honest. They're useless. It's real crazy how they all just dramatically came out once the shooting stopped.
Perhaps we use this to our advantage. With the knowledge that these beasts may come back, we hole everybody from the city up in the tavern, barricade the door, and let those beasts come for what they were coming for, and then we follow them.
Yeah, but we got a full day tomorrow already, Mathis, unless you forgot.
True. They may not come tomorrow. Just a thought.
You know, this ain't why we was hired.
No, but it's a mystery, and don't you just love mysteries?
I know, and I'm definitely in on everything you just said. I know, it just ain't. Once we do what we got to do tomorrow, we have to finish. We got to get message back to the colonel. Let him know where they can bomb the ever-living hell out of. And then y'all off the hook. Now, truth is truth. I'm going to be here and I'm going to try to solve this whole dog thing. But none of y'all have to. I'm just saying it for that purpose. You was all hired to do one job.
Well, I'm invested now. I'm interested.
And it's on you to stay. But we ain't getting paid. And there ain't nothing in it for us.
Quite frankly, even with the issue of payment, I didn't really know why I was going along with this. Maybe it was simply a lack of sense of direction. Maybe I was guided here, but I don't feel I can leave until these people are safe.
Oh shit, that's more noble than mine. I'm just curious as shit, but
in terms of being able to inform the colonel of our progress,
if he's really sending people this way, extra troops, you just send a couple of them back up the road. That ain't nothing.
my thoughts exactly.
Buford, you ain't getting paid for this, man. And I don't mean to be rude, but I know you're tight.
I mean, there are certain gains.
There could be. Nothing guaranteed, though.
Well, nothing's guaranteed in this life. Just ask the good Reverend.
I don't know if
You're
that's
paraphrasing a little, but there is truth to your words.
True. Oh shit! I was about to guess he was about to say something about going to heaven or some shit. All right, fuck it. So we all in. Tomorrow we go do the damn job. I will say we string up that Mighty McGee outside of town. That
You just
Cliff
gonna
out-
leave him there for the pickings?
I'd rather him be picked at by the vultures than have them dogs be able to get to him.
You don't think they'd get to him outside of town?
That cliff up by where the church is. We hang that thing out over it. What they gonna do? I mean, they dogs. I ain't seen no dog climb shit.
True, but these seem smarter than average dogs.
Smart as whatever you want. They ain't got thumbs.
The claws, though.
I mean, plenty bear. Listen, again, I come from Utah. Plenty bear's smart, but you hang your extra food outside from a tree. 9 times out of 10, they don't get near it.
It would be an interesting place to. If these dogs only come out at night, we take the day to do what we need to do, and then we hole up in the church at night to observe and see if the dogs come specifically for Whitey.
We have these useless ass fucking locals. I don't know. Listen, they just okay. I should be nice. I should be nice. These special people do their best to hang him high. Give them something to actually do, for Christ's sake. Sorry, Rev. That way we do our thing. By the time we get back, we're good to go. Granted, we'll be tired of shit, but whatever.
We can get a few more hours of sleep.
So we all agreed?
Mm-hmm.
Can agree with that.
All right. Cheers to not fucking dying in the next day or two.
I'll drink to that.
I think we go to sleep now.
All right, there you go.
Let's cheer. One more thing.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
And I think we gotta look for a wheelbarrow first.
Shut your dumb whore mouth.
Good deputy.
Yeah. What?
As to your comment about things being guaranteed in this life and the promise of heaven, well, it's true. Well, it's true. The grace of God is promised to all. If all were guaranteed to reach up and take it, my profession would be unnecessary.
I don't mean to break your heart. Your profession is unnecessary. Thank you very much. I'm going to have a good night.
You do just that.
All right, are we sleeping?
I go upstairs and go to sleep.
All right.
I cuddle with Hayes. I call Big Spoon. Dibs.
How many rooms do we have?
2.
I thought I was bunking with the doctor.
Nope.
Well, that's where I slept initially, was in Hayes' room, so...
No, it was your room. The only room that we didn't have was the room that all 3 of the dudes were supposed to be in.
Well, because Hayes slept first, and I went to his room, woke him up, and then I slept in that room.
No, but when we first got rooms, the first room was one we were keeping Whitey in, and the room that you were in because you were a female.
We got a different room than the one Whitey was originally in, though.
Yeah, that's the room that got changed.
Everybody's fighting over who's
Let's
sleeping
not
with who.
worry
Here we
about
go.
who's bunking.
We just put Rev in with Mathis because that's way less likely for something weird to happen.
The likelihood is officially 0.
I know, because
Hop
you're
on
Reverend.
in, Reverend.
Your ass gets a chair. She sleeps on the bed. Buford and I, we cuddle ever so gently.
That is so lovely.
At one point, my finger slips into his mouth. He
Who's-
notices, never changes it.
Okay, so Buford is the little spoon. Okay.
Yep.
Next morning, you realize it wasn't his mouth.
Okay.
What, I put it in his ear or something?
I'm going to roll to see how many hours of sleep you guys get. We're deep into the night. We're in the wee hours of the morning at this point. So here we go. You get 3 hours of sleep. Not a full night. In this case, 4 would probably give you what this game would consider a decent night's sleep. You get 3, but you can count any sleep that you got before you were woken up. So keep that in mind.
Everyone got, that means Mathis and I are the only ones who got sleep. No, that's not true.
No, I slept in the
Buford.
first.
Buford and me are the only ones who got sleep. Then before that.
I need to look something up. Give me a minute.
How does exhaustion work?
Exhaustion's work in minuses. So you actually would start to take minuses in rolls. It's on your character sheet. I think there's actually a place for exhaustion.
Is there?
There is a fatigue.
Fatigue. Yeah, there you go. Okay. You are all. Actually, we'll start with Buford, Francis, at your room. You get a knock on the door, which rouses both you from a sleep.
Oh God! How are you doing?
You hear the knock again.
What?
It's Bill. We should probably get going.
You go talk to him. I ain't going.
I go ahead and rise out of bed, put on my robe, and cross on over and open the door. Spare no expense.
Spare no expense.
Sun up. We should probably get moving here. I'll get the horses ready. Do we want a wagon?
Is the boy coming with us?
Yes, sir. So is Jenny.
That's fine. We need the boy more than anything. I think we should get a wagon.
It's either take them both or neither. So, very good. I'll have horses and wagon ready. Meet me at the stable when you can. Do you want me to wake up the Miss Matheson and the Reverend?
If you would be so kind.
Are they in the same? Never mind. It's not my concern. See you then. Comes to Reverend Doctor, your door, knocks. It's Bill. Mason. Well, we're meeting at the stables when you're ready.
Poor Reverend's middle-aged back just laying on the floor. Help me!
34.
That's
I
middle
mean,
age.
this time that was middle age, yeah.
I suppose that's true. I would actually answer the door and say, "Very well, Bill. We'll be right down."
I'm still sleeping.
The whole room smells like sleep farts. Mathis.
So much cabbage. Jesus.
Drink a lot of whiskey.
There's a lot of cream that happened, and it did not settle well.
All right.
Dr. Mathis.
Give me another hour.
much as I wish we could have another hour of sleep, I'm afraid the time has come.
I will claim your soul.
Get him.
Oh goodness gracious.
I'm sorry, I'm not a morning person.
This is one of those don't talk to me till I've had my coffee kind of people.
I'm already dressed. I would just say I'll see if they have coffee downstairs. Kind of
Yeah, you do that.
flee in terror.
Doctor, what do you do at this point?
Pardon me?
After he leaves, I'm gonna sit up. I'm gonna rub my eyes a little bit and say, "All right, that's gonna be one of those days. We're gonna get through it, though. Yes, we are. We're gonna just push right through, and we're not gonna have any problems. All right, let's do this."
I'd like you to make a spirit roll, please.
Okay. That's a 6.
Very good.
Okay.
You are tired. You are fatigued, as they say in this game. So all of the things that apply to that fatigue are in the works right now.
Okay.
Reverend, you also only received 3 hours of sleep, correct?
Correct.
All right. I'm going to want you to make a vigor roll, please.
I will go ahead and use a white chip.
All right. You have more white chips.
Well, I have more red chips.
Oh, you do have more red chips, yes.
I'll try one. I'll try one red chip.
All right.
I don't really like the idea of going into everything at a penalty, but concerned that it'll be a waste. All right.
All right. You actually feel better than you probably should. You are at regular abilities. You've somehow you got enough rest.
Reverend is one of those annoying, it doesn't matter, it's 6 a.m., I'm up and everything's fine sort of people.
Yeah. Sure, he probably thanks the Lord for that kind of constitution.
He's already
Fuck that
done
guy.
calisthenics.
Right? Fuck that guy.
Old man workouts.
All right. We'll just we're waiting for y'all at the stables at this point. As you arrive, the good constable has put together some horses and a wagon. It is not your wagon that he has put together. Would you like to transfer your gear into the wagon that he has prepared?
Where's our wagon?
Oh, it's still here. I just assumed that since we were taking this trip was town business, would it rather be your wagon? I can certainly change horses.
Nah, this one's fine. Just ain't nobody touches and stuff on there, yeah?
Of course.
Hey, Mathis, you want to make sure we get all them knock guns loaded up?
Mm-hmm.
You know the pieces. I don't know. Come on now.
Yeah, on it.
Hand her coffee.
I already got caught. I'm sitting there. I think we're both just sitting there. Just...
I appreciate the effort, Reverend, but trust me, it doesn't help. And I take a big old swig from my hip flask.
Hey, girl. Go ahead and get it.
All right. From around the corner, you see Jenny.
From the block?
Indeed. Holding the hand of young Willie. Mom, I'm 8. I don't need hold your hand. And
Seeing the boy and his mother, I would turn to whatever compatriots are still here with me, and I would say perhaps it would be prudent to simply take both wagons so that the others can leave once we find our destination.
We ain't got that kind of horses, Rev.
Oh, did he take our horses to connect to the wagon?
You have the only livestock left in town you brought with you. It's a smaller wagon than you brought with you. But it is the single bench, still capable of carrying things and people in the back if need be.
I see. I would go get my own horse.
Miss Mason, pleasure. I approach them both.
Good morning.
I apologize for the situation.
Yes, I understand the necessity, but I will tell you I'm not. I'm trying to have faith. Trying to have faith.
You have your faith. You know how to fire a gun?
I do.
You got one on you?
She throws her coat open, and she's actually strapping two 6-shooters, one on each hip. She draws one, flips it around a little bit, puts it back in the holster. I certainly do.
I understand Bill's attraction now. Hey, Willie, how you doing?
I'm doing good, sir. That book was really great.
You already finished it?
Uh-huh. He hands it back to you.
Nah, it's yours, kid. Good luck.
Really? Gee, thanks, sir.
Here, I already read that like 5 times. Here's another one. Go ahead.
He looks at his mom. She nods. He takes it. Thanks. So,
Hey,
do I get to be a hero today, like you guys?
you get to be more than that. You, sir, are an honorary deputy for the rest of the day.
Wow. Did you hear that, Mom? Now, get on the wagon. She leans, she steps in close to you. He is the most important thing in my world. Do you understand me?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, this all goes the way I want it to. Y'all won't be anywhere near that problem. He just got to point it out.
Good. Good. She turns and walks towards the wagon. Bill steps up to you, Mr. Hayes. Mr. Hayes, sir, I took the liberty of saddling your extra horse. I hope that was okay.
It's perfectly fine with me.
Thank you. I suppose Jenny and Willie will be in the wagon. I'd like to ride out in front. I was going to ask the good doctor if she'd keep an eye on my wife and son, and for you as well. I would have very much appreciated.
Hey kid, you ever seen a flamethrower?
I don't even know what that is.
This is gonna be the worst day of my life. My life. This is gonna be the worst day of my life.
All right. We're mounted up and headed out west. Willie is seated on the front of the wagon. He and his dad is talking to him, and he points. He's basically pointing out landscape landmarks, and headed in those directions. He first takes you slightly to the southwest, to a landmark, and then more straight west for a period of time. No sign of anything out of the ordinary, at least up to this point.
And use the restroom. I'll be right back.
Very good.
Keep going.
Would you like to take this opportunity for anything as we're moving towards the canyon?
How long is it going to take to get where we're going?
Well, if he's talking about the canyons, it's only essentially half day's walk. Since we're riding, I would assume that would be a great deal less.
So like more than an hour, an hour.
Oh yes, more than an hour.
Right, I'm gonna be in the back of the wagon. I'll just cuddle a flamethrower.
Do you want a book to read, lady?
Nope, I want to sleep.
Oh, okay.
You're real cute though.
I guess she's real tired, Mom.
Yep, that's it. Real tired. I'm gonna attempt to sleep in the back on the way up.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah.
Let's.
We still do. Okay.
Why don't we make that a let's see if that's even possible for you. How about we make that a vigor. Let's make a vigor roll for you,
Okay.
and just to see if you can fall asleep. We'll make it a your target is 2.
Well, I got a 2.
Well, there you go. Then you do. You actually fall asleep.
Wonderful. Wonderful. That makes my day go a lot better. Why sleep in the back the whole way?
All right. Let's have everybody else make a notice roll, please.
I can see everything.
You can see everything.
Distracted.
Actually, yeah, Reverend, you are distracted, but
I would be applying. I would have not had a whole lot of time this morning. I would be applying lotion to the side of my face and probably singing a little song.
singing a little song.
Be thou my vision, O Lord of my heart.
Both Mr. Hayes and Deputy Gunn, you catch out of the corner of your eye this little guy following you.
Oh Lord Almighty, no.
Seems to be ducking from bush to bush.
Oh, my Twitch is giving me a network error. Stupid Twitch.
Stupid Twitch.
It's Jack.
Jack is back.
Ugh.
He's just following at a distance, keeping his distance. But he's definitely there. But, Deputy, with that roll, you also notice a little south of the westerly direction that you're currently headed, you see some black smoke billowing up from just over the top, from beyond a bluff that's in front of you.
There's a smoke coming from the canyons.
Bill looks over. Where?
Yonder.
All right, he sees it. Can see that an expression on his face change to one of a different kind of concern. I don't think that's coming from a canyon. Willie speaks up. Paul! Is that from the Carson's place? Bill nods. I think so, Willie. I think that's the Carson Ranch. It's just down that direction. It's a little further south than we were planning on going, but I don't like the look of that smoke.
All right. Might be what we're looking for anyway. Might as well.
I'll go out ahead. Bill kicks the horse a bit and starts cantering off in that direction a little ahead of the rest of you.
I'll real quick scan to my compatriots. Notice that Dr. Mathis is fast asleep. Fullerton is reading his book, and I'll see that Buford has noticed Jack. Okay?
Okay.
I'm going to see if I can go deal with our old friend. You keep moving that direction.
Good luck with that.
What,
I'm going to try diplomacy.
All right, they pull out ahead of you. Deputy, it's you and Jack. And of course, Mr. Biscuits.
Don't start with me, Biscuits. I swear to God, we're solving this like gentlemen, okay? If I wanted your damn opinion, you know what? That's a good point. Actually, it could be. Should just have a conversation. Jack,
You see,
I know you hear me.
You see the horns poke out from behind a bush, and he comes.
You come out here and face me like a Jack thing. You are.
He hops out.
Jackalop's a reoccurring character.
He hops out just a little bit and looks up at you. He gives you a little smell.
Now, Jack, today's gonna have to go real well for us, okay? I do not mind you tagging along. However, anything you do gets in the way of what we doing, I'm gonna be real upset with you. And I mean real upset. You ain't getting another carrot. I'm serious.
He seems to brings his front feet up a little bit.
Fine. I throw a carrot at him.
He hops up to the carrot, grabs it.
Now you be nice the rest of the goddamn day. I ain't joking. All right, Biscuits, let's go. Oh, come on. He's lightning fast. I can't shoot that motherfucker. What are you talking about?
All right. As you continue to move forward, Deputy, you do notice that that Jack is following, but he's keeping his distance. It's just nice and slow. All right.
I see it, Biscuits. I see it. I'm just gonna pretend it ain't there.
As you come over the top of that small bluff, you look down and you all see a homestead. What looks like something that was set up to be more of a ranch. There's certainly actually a pretty nice home, well constructed. Looks the timbers are weathered, but you can tell it's solid. There's a barn. There's a corral, a rather large corral. The barn is actually on fire. It has been on fire. At this point, it's smoldering. It's actually begun to go out, and it's been burned pretty well to the ground. Hence the black smoke that's billowing from it. Other than that, you see No movement or activity.
Am I behind him still,
Yep.
or have I caught up at this
You're
point?
you're just coming up next to him.
Okay. Shit.
You could say that again.
Yeah, biscuits. Go. Come on. Hit.
All right.
Should I roll riding?
Yeah, you're kicking it. Give me a ride and roll.
I don't kick biscuits. That goes poorly, but I do say yeah.
Biscuits picks up and starts a running, and you're doing okay. You're holding on. Oh, but you do just fine.
Maybe not full yeah. That cream is not selling right. Maybe not full yeah biscuits.
Bill follows you. Willie looks at his mom.
Buford, you coming? Come on, Buford. Come on.
What about Charlie, Mom? I'm sure he's just fine. Let your pa do his job.
Oh God, please don't tell me it's me and Bill. I can't save people with a lead backpack.
Boys, you guys waiting behind?
Buford ain't doing shit.
Do
we gotta make sure
do
that
I
the
notice
boys-
what's going on? Have I been appraised of the situation?
Now, if everybody goes and takes off, someone's got to stay here and take care of the boy.
That's true. Reverend, you will have coming over the top. You've seen everything. You've seen everything. You've seen the boys ride off in front of you.
Hayes, will you watch the card or shall I?
Well, I'm staying here with the boy. I'm protecting this young man.
I will go on ahead though, but perhaps keep a medium distance between. So I would follow along, but since I'm more effective at range either way, I would kind of keep myself. I would follow at a distance.
Very good. Deputy, as you get closer and closer, you can start to see evidence of some type of fight has gone on here. The fences are in places have been torn down. The door on the house, the windows are broken out. The door seems to have been pulled off of its hinges.
Bill, draw your damn weapon.
Bill pulls out his piece. Stays on his horse.
I'm gonna ride inside the fence line and then get off of biscuits.
Okay.
Bill, you stay here and cover me, God damn it.
I've got you. I got your back.
I'll start running for the homestead itself. Not front door, because I'm not a fucking idiot. But I will head towards one of the sides and try to look in one of the windows.
All right. Yep, you come around on the side and look in the window, and you can see that yes, something definitely has happened inside of the home. It furniture is askew. The table seems to have been broken in half.
I rolled a notice for are there peoples?
You see no people. From your vantage point there, all you can see is that the room is definitely in disarray.
Okay, I'll go to I'll stealthily make my way to the front door, not poking my head up through any of the windows or anything.
Okay.
Anybody in there? Anybody? Is Deputy Gunn, Santa Fe.
You don't give me a notice roll. Let's do that. A new one. Oh, very nice. You don't necessarily hear something specific, but there's it's more of a creak or a shuffle, something that makes you aware that something has moved inside.
I'm serious now. You don't call out that you were friendly, I'm gonna put a bullet in your head.
Deputy, Bill from behind you. There's
Bill,
children.
this is not covering me.
There's a kid.
I look directly over my shoulders. Bill, this is not covering me.
I said I had your back. Gerald is Bill. Roland, give me with that note. I'm not going to make you give me that notice roll again. You actually, at this point, you hear what sounds like something banging on a piece of wood. And with that raise, you can tell it's coming from the floor.
All right, goddamn it, I'm going in. You, I swear to fucking God, Bill, actually cover me, and that does not mean a foot behind my fucking back.
Fine, stay in the door. Fine.
I'll head in.
All
Look
right.
for the banging.
You hear the banging again, and some furniture has been overturned. The table's been broken, and the table, a large chunk of the table, is lying sort of top up on the floor, and it sounds like there's the thud coming from underneath the table.
All right, strength, move the table.
Yes, please. An athletics or strength or whatever you got there.
Oh, you said athletics. Okay,
Yep.
let me roll with that.
Yep. You're not known for your power. Your upper body strength is lacking, sir.
I have what's called noodle arms. If you have a loose grip, you're more accurate. Never mind these weak hands.
That 5 is plenty to slide that table across the floor. And underneath, you see the outline of what looks like a door to a root cellar. You're very familiar. Your mama
All
had
right.
one herself.
I'll pull it up, but I have my gun at the ready as well. So.
All right. It starts to come up, and as it does, another hand from underneath begins to push from the other side, and the thing comes up quite a lot easier.
This is Deputy Gun Santa Fe. Please don't fucking murder me.
No, please, no, please. Elena, is that you?
I said Deputy. What? Deputy Gun Santa Fe.
Please, no, it is me. It is Lena. I'm Charlie here. Charlie is here with me.
All right, come on out. There ain't nobody else here. Come on.
You see a middle-aged Mexican woman come up from underneath, and behind her, she drags a young boy. Looks to be similar in age to Willie.
Oh, I didn't take the thing. Damn it.
And Bill immediately steps in the room. Elena, Charlie, you okay?
Bill, I'm gonna teach you covering at some point. Swear to God, I'm gonna define it for you.
Right. Okay, fine.
No, you talk to him. Shit, I'll cover you. God damn it.
Billy, are you all right? I'm okay, sir. I'm okay. Elena, what happened? Oh, it's either Bill. The bug monsters. They come. It was terrible. It was very bad. Bill looks at you, Deputy.
Yeah. Are you waiting for affirmations? What
do you want to do? We got.
What happened? Are they here? What was here?
No, I took the boy down to the sailor to make sure that he was okay, and I heard terrible things. I don't. And
I roll notice to see where my heroic party is currently.
You peek out the door, and they seem to be just standing on top of the knoll, just watching.
Approaching.
Rev says he's coming.
I had said earlier that I was
Yes.
heading, I was following, but maintaining a little bit of a distance.
It's true. Reverend is closer than the others, but you can see him standing on his horse with his rifle at the ready. The rest of you, Mr. Hayes.
As things appear to be okay, I think I should probably guide everybody back down to him.
As you're watching, you see Bill poke his head out, and he yells, "Jenny! Jenny, bring the wagon!"
Bill, stop fucking yelling, jackass.
What?
I would, hearing him yell, I would give a quick scan of the whole of the ranch that I can see, and see if anything stirred at him raising his voice.
Notice roll, please.
I am still sleeping, unless any of this ridiculous amount of yelling wakes me up.
Man,
I mean, you're not really near it.
It's a really good thing that I burned all those chips to try and make sure that I wouldn't have a penalty to my rolls.
You do not see anything out of the ordinary after that yell. Everything is quiet. Very, very quiet.
Weird things toddlers do. I shoved like $6 of change into the slots of my dad's CB radio as a toddler.
What?
As a toddler, I beat Simon's Quest.
The favorite one that I read was it was well past bedtime, and the toddler walks into the room bleary-eyed and asks his dad if ducks are a predator.
Being around ducks, they occasionally can be.
Things are very important to know before you sleep. Are ducks a predator?
Not irrelevant, just saying.
As you guys are headed down to the house, Elena continues. It was early in the morning, and I was helping Mrs. Carson, and the cows.
I look at Bill real quick. Carson?
The owner, rancher around here.
Right. Continue, sorry.
Yes. The cows began to act very strange. They began to run in the circles around in the corral, and they were quite scared. And suddenly, there was creatures, the bug things, they come at us. They began to take the livestock, and the men, they tried to stop them. And Mr. Carson, they tried to stop them with the fire, and nothing works for them. So Mrs. Carson, she told me to take the boy and go down into the cellar to hide, and we hide there. And I heard many things, and I heard the screaming and the yelling.
Stop. Crying don't help. Come on, hey, you can cry later.
I heard the bugs. They come and they take Mrs. Carson.
take them alive or dead?
I don't know. We were in the cellar and I just hear this screaming.
All right. Bill, come take care of them. Get them to the thing. Rev. I'm gonna
I
wander
trot
out
on
that
down. Or do I hear it? He's yelling pretty loud. I probably hear him.
Yeah.
So I would trot on down. Dismount and come in.
Rev, you get back. Rev, you climb back on your horse. You get back to that wagon. The bugs he is this morning.
Lord.
The wagon is on its way down to the house. Jenny's
We
driving.
need to find which way they come from, which way they go. Okay. I'm gonna take a looky-loo around, look in the barn, whatnot. Okay.
All right.
And wake Mathis the hell up.
All right. I'll wake up Mathis and then I'll do a circle around the ranch, see if there are any tracks leading off.
Hey, don't be no hero. Those things are fucking awful.
Far from my intention.
How long has
Say-
it been, DM?
Let's you know what? Let's roll and find out.
One more thing. One might say this ain't no place for a hero.
Get out.
It has been an hour. You have an hour's worth of rest.
Good. It's going to make the rest of this day a whole hell of a lot easier.
I feel that way after watching my toddler all morning. An hour's worth of rest would make this day a whole hell of a lot easier.
Oh, it's so much better now. So much better.
I did that today.
I would do as the deputy said, and I would circle back to at risk of life and limb, wake the doctor a second time today.
Let's role play that action, shall we?
Just from my notice, I just see Winslow drop dead. Oh, she killed him. Oh well.
Dr. Mathis, I'm sorry, we've reached a nearby ranch, a nearby homestead. The bug things, they've hit this place.
Do you need a flamethrower?
We just may, but for now we need to find out where they went and where they took the homesteaders.
So you need my feminine wiles to talk to people.
We'll need all the eyes we can get to find tracks.
All right, I was just trying to figure out why the hell you woke me up.
Well, they also could still be here. I also, more importantly, the deputy told me to.
I'm gonna kill that man. Or this is over. Mark my words. I'm gonna kill that man.
Why do I have a
I feel
feeling-
like I feel as though I am a
All right, let's go.
poor representative to give such information.
I'm not telling you to tell him. I'm just telling you to mark this moment right now where I'm saying to you, Reverend, consider this my confession. I'm gonna kill that man. Let's go.
Dun dun dun. Mr. Hayes, what do you do?
I am riding down with Jenny and little Willie.
All right. They they have reached the house. Jenny and Willie have gone into the house. Dr. Matheson, Reverend, the good deputy, you are all searching the grounds, correct?
Sure.
Mr. Hayes, are you joining them, or are you? What are you
As soon
doing?
as I'm safely down with the Jenny and the boy, I will indeed help.
All right.
Sir.
Let's have you all make a survival roll for me. We're going to do some tracking. It's tracking time.
What attribute is that associated with? For I do not have it.
Survival is smarts.
Oh, excellent. So if you don't have it, it's at a -2, right?
-2 if you don't have the survival skill, but you.
I gotta be honest with you, Chad. I feel like I would check the burning barn first.
Okay, that's great. So yeah, maybe that'd be a better thing for me to ask is what everybody would like to check first. Francis, we'll start with you. You're checking the barn. Sounds good. Let's do. You have investigation, correct?
Yes.
Let's give me an investigation roll, please. Hold it damn. Nicely done. With a raise. It becomes pretty clear to you.
It's elementary, dear Mathis.
It becomes pretty clear to you that there was quite a ruckus before the fire even started.
Some might say a hootenanny.
Some might say that yes, there was a damn it, no, I can't think of something cool that goes better than hootenanny. Fuck. Anybody?
A clown
A
fiesta.
hullabaloo. There we go.
Ooh, that's a good one. A jamboree.
There was, yes, some crazy shit went down. Okay, the barn itself, there's not much left except the smoldering frame. This fire was pretty big. Took this barn out. You can see you see actually a body, a human body. It has been burnt, sort of, pretty much down to the bones. This fire was hot. And you do see, leading out of the rear of the barn, you do see that something had been dragged for a short period of time out of the barn.
Bloodstains?
No blood.
Footprints leading away from that drag mark?
Not so much footprints. You do, with that raise, I'll give you this, you recognize the kind of track that the bugs use.
Yeah. Right. Okay. I'm good. Go, move on.
All right. Reverend, what would you like to do?
As I said before, I would circle the perimeter
All right.
of the ranch, and I would be both checking for any tracks leading away from the ranch, or alternately, if there is anyone or anything I can see in the distance, whether leaving or approaching.
Okay. Let's do this in two steps then. Let's first do do you have investigation?
Investigation. I do not.
Let's, investigation is connected to, what's investigation connected to, Mike?
Investigation is connected to... No, it's... I think... Yeah, it's connected to smarts.
Yep, smarts. So let's do
So is that a D6 at a -2, or is that or is anything untrained a D4 at a -2?
It's a D4.
D4 and
If it's untrained, it's a D4 -2.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's if you're looking to get a sense of what happened, it's investigation. If you're just looking for tracks, we'll do that as a survival roll.
Which will be the same roll.
Okay.
That's actually a good idea. I'm going to go through tonight and try to figure out what write in the governing attribute to all the skills.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's a good idea.
And then
Well, despite my disadvantage,
nicely done. Okay. You as you round the perimeter, what you do notice is that there's a lot of different places where it looks like spiders, those bug things, had attacked from. Right. There's a lot of different places where it looks like fences have been pulled down. There's a rear of the house seems to have been attacked. With that roll, you do see tracks leading away. You see drag marks leading away from the corral in a specific direction. To know exactly where everything converges, you would have to ride out in away from the ranch in order to tell.
Okay, so the drag marks and various tracks are kind of all over,
Right.
but heading in a general direction.
Right.
Okay.
You get the sense that that they're all going one way.
So then, with that, do I see anything moving in the distance?
You do not. Mr. Hayes?
Well, I believe the Reverend was doing what I had intended on doing, was looking beyond the barn, the farmyard, seeing if there's anything that I can see in the distance as well.
Give me a survival roll, a tracking roll.
So it's a -2. 5.
Okay. What you notice is from the house, you do notice tracks, things that you do recognize as those bug tracks, leading away from the house, from the front, and it actually goes around the barn, and then you lose them in a bunch of tracks that seem to merge together behind the barn.
But nothing seems to trail into the distance.
You can see that big jumble of tracks. They all seem to be heading in one direction, but in order to tell exactly the direction that they're going, you would have to leave the ranch and venture out away from it. Doctor.
Yes.
What would you like to do?
Well, I have been unconscious for the majority of this, so I do not know that there is a specific place I would be searching. So I think I will do just a general look around, see if there's anything I notice in the general vicinity of the house.
Do you have would you like to roll an investigation roll?
I certainly can. I don't have that, so I can roll it at a -2.
All right, let's do that.
I will use one of my white bennies to re-roll that.
All right.
Well, that D12 is certainly not doing much for me. It's close to the end of the night. Let's use another one. Roll. There we go. That's a 9 with a raise.
There you go, with a raise. Nice. As you look around the house specifically, you do find a small trickle of blood on the porch. That trickle of blood, you follow it through across the porch and into or leading towards what looks it looks to be going towards the outhouse.
I will look around to see if anyone is in the vicinity that I can alert to this, because I do not want to approach the outhouse alone.
Right now, the closest person would be Buford.
Mr. Hayes, there is a blood trail here leading towards that outhouse. If you would like to accompany me.
I nod my head and walk on over.
And I shall also head to the outhouse.
All right. As you, how would you like to do this? The outhouse is just a standalone building. There's nothing really around it. All the firewood is actually stacked against the house. It's far enough away from the house, that, there's no place to there's no place to hide. You're either in the outhouse or behind it or whatever that might be.
I'm going to sort of put my hand on the door, and I'm going to say,
I have my derringer drawn.
I can trust you, right, Mr. Hayes?
Trust me what way? If you
Like
mean
you said before, there are things that some folks don't necessarily want to talk about.
Hmm. Hmm.
I can
Yes, by all
trust in
means.
your discretion.
I'm sure we both have things that we don't want to be the general public knowledge.
So you're a man of discretion.
Oh, definitely.
Let's just pretend you didn't see this, and I am going to bring out my claws and open the door.
What? How do you open the door?
I'm just gonna pull it right open and
Whip it
ready
open.
there to
All right.
strike if something scary's in there.
You throw the door open, and you see a body slumped against the back, sitting where someone would normally sit. Pants are up, so it's not a weird place. It's not a weird. It's nothing weird happened here. Okay, but
Of course not. We're not in the city.
We're not in Cuchiti, where everything weird happens.
everything happens in Cuchiti's a little weird. It's true. The blood-soaked front of the shirt. Give me a quick notice roll.
That's a 4.
Good enough. You too, Buford. You did?
4 as well.
All right, both 4s. You notice tiny little breaths. Whoever this is just barely alive.
I will withdraw my claws and I will heal this person, or attempt to at least. I forget how many power points I have in it. Oh, I have 20 power points. Damn. Okay. Yeah, I will attempt to heal this person.
All right. How do you do it?
I just reach my hand into my pocket to get a little bit of ghost rock on it, and I will sort of place my hand over the wound where I assume the wound is, and I will attempt to heal.
Right. With those notice rolls, it's kind of fairly obvious where the blood is oozing from under the shirt. Like, give me your what is it? A spell roll?
I believe it's part of my arcane background,
Okay.
which is based in weird science.
All right, give me a weird science roll.
And I roll a 4.
You roll a 4. Very good.
So I remove one
You
wound.
have removed one wound. This person with one wound removed, it does seem to ease his suffering, and the breathing becomes a little easier, a little better, and his eyes flutter open. Carol! They got Carol!
Carol Baskins?
Let's get you back to the house, and we'll figure out what to do about Carol. Mr. Hayes, if you don't mind.
By all means.
All right, you carry him over and into the house, and as soon as you round the corner, Jenny notices immediately. Gerald! Oh my God! And inside the house, Bill makes a similar realization that is Gerald Carlson. Both Jenny and Billy and Willie also enter the house. Willie runs over to Charlie, and they do a bro hug, from at 8-year-olds do. No, they do like a real hug.
And they crash into each other and knock each other out.
Yeah, like that. And Elena immediately starts to tend to Mr. Carlson. Dr. Buford, you are both in the room there. Let's quickly go over to to Deputy Gunn. Deputy? You see the drag marts behind the barn. The Reverend seems to be close by as well. You can see him as he's checking out the property.
Rev, they took someone this way.
Follow along.
I'll follow it for maybe 20 paces or something like that. Just catch the direction.
Okay. Give me a new survival roll with that for tracking instead of investigation. Holy shit. You are very aware of the tracks as the pattern seems to coalesce in your mind with sparks of internal energy as everything now makes sense to you. And all of the tracks seem to converge in a, at this point, northwesterly direction, leading directly to a set of low-lying hills that aren't too far away.
They're all up. They head that way. Ain't no mistake.
So,
We need to get together with everyone else and figure out what to do with all these civilians.
agreed. Well, thank the Lord for your tracking. With us knowing which way they went, we can certainly just send the civilians along their way.
I don't know how we're gonna do that, but we'll figure it out. Yeah.
They take. Oh, well, I suppose that's give them some horses. Maybe there's a surviving cart here.
We ain't got no horses to give, Rev.
Conundrum.
Head back to the cabin, I guess.
Right.
Sorry,
and-
what else were you about to say, Phil?
He was just kind of thinking on that. And didn't come up with anything.
All right. Inside the home, before the deputy and the good reverend are able to join you, Bill, Gerald, Jesus Christ, man, what the hell happened? They took Jenny. I'm sorry, Carol. They took Carol. They came and they took everything. There's nothing I could do to stop them. What about the hands? You had branch hands here, didn't you? We couldn't stop them. The guns didn't do nothing. Oh, shit, Charlie. Charlie pokes his head up. I'm here, Paul. Oh, goddamn. Jesus Christ. So happy to see you, boy.
These were the bug-like creatures, correct?
Oh, my God. Yeah, that. I mean, we'd heard word, but we didn't think they was all the way over here. They came and they couldn't stop them. Guns didn't work, fire didn't work. They started with the cows. They came towards the house, and I tried to burn the barn down with some of them in them. They took Carol. She was alive. They took her. She was alive. The both of you enter just as you hear him say that she was alive.
This isn't the first person we've heard of them taken alive.
Wow.
They head out north. I got a track. We got to figure out what to do with these nice people.
Jesus. Just give me a gun. I don't know where mine is. I lost it. Just give me a gun.
We ain't got spare guns, and you're injured.
Good sir. You're clearly in no shape. The Is there anywhere safe you can all stay?
I don't know that there's much of a safe place anywhere around here while those things are about.
Yeah, it didn't matter. I was gonna say roll notice, see if there's any cart horse out there that they had left.
Right.
But
I would probably scan around as well, but
There, from your trip around the ranch and your time in the barn, deputy, that there is no livestock except for the horses you brought with you. As far as transportation, there the remains of a large wagon in the barn been burnt beyond use. There are small, like, two-wheeled carts that looks like really just the ranch hands were using to haul around feed and things like that. Not something that you would normally think to put a human being in, but
well, those of you who eluded the bugs, where did you stay?
Elena, I took the boy down there.
they're in the root cellar.
She points down to the root cellar.
Would there perhaps be room for everyone in the root cellar while we go and investigate?
Ain't bad. You got.
You
How
take a
about
look.
y'all hold up down there if you got supplies.
Oh, see, there's water and there was some food. Yes.
Why don't y'all look around, see anything else survive? Guns, food, that sort of thing. Dr. Mathis, Hayes, Rev, can I talk to you something?
Mm-hmm.
Outside, please.
Bill and Jenny start looking around for in the house for
Where's
things.
Willie?
Willie and Charlie are hanging out together.
That little walking MacGuffin needs to be alive. So all right. Sure shit, we can't take him with us. All right. Stuff goes real bad. We might not be able to stop back here on the way back. You understand?
Certainly, we would not lead those creatures to them. No.
So, we agree we leave them down that root cellar with as much food and water as they can handle. And then, once we get back town, we'll send someone their direction. Maybe that mayor will finally find a spine to do something outside his town.
Well, if nothing else on the way back, we could escort them back ourselves.
Best case scenario, I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
But this ain't a best case scenario sort of week.
I agree. It's the best plan of action to keep them safe.
He became Spanish for all of 30 seconds there. Sorry, 5 seconds there. Actually.
Hey.
All right, Mathis, you gotta break the news.
Sorry, something in my throat.
One reason or another, they believe your ass. Go ahead.
I don't know that there's any news we necessarily need to break.
News is we might not be coming back.
I think that's very clear. We might die. There could be a potential that we don't come back regardless. So I think they are well aware of that. We'll set them up with what they need and tell them to hang tight. Maybe we give them a deadline. If 3 days pass and we have not returned, to make their way to Kochiti. If we or someone else has not returned.
It is a long walk, but not impossible. Just pray the Lord those things aren't still around by then.
God. All right, plan. I'm gonna take y'all go in and break the news or let them know. I'm gonna grab biscuits, keep following that trail. You catch up quick as can, okay? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Biscuits.
Yeah.
You piece of shit. Come on. All right.
Wanders
Well,
over
fuck
to
you too.
I'll walk in. All right, folks. We're going to have you head down there into that cellar. Keep yourselves nice and cozy. We'll set you up with a few days of food, a few days of water. We're not going to sugarcoat things. There is a very real possibility that the four of us will not come back. If we are not back, or if someone else is not here to escort you back to Kochiti within 5 days' time, you all make your way there yourselves. You watch that wound. She's going to look at one of the healthy adults. You watch that wound on him. Keep it clean. Keep it wrapped. Pressure on it. It should heal just fine.
You, Bill. Well, I'm going with you.
Absolutely not. You've got a child you got to take care of.
Jenny grabs him by the shoulder. Bill, I gotta.
Worst comes to worse, these folks will need someone to lead them safely back to town.
I all right, I see what you're saying. Do you leaving me a horse?
We're going to need the horses that we have to get all of us there and to pull the wagons. We've
Was
been
he
kind
on
of
his own horse or was he on the wagon?
He was on his own, so that'd leave him one.
So your horse will stay. We're not going to take your horse from you.
Very well. At least I don't
There
gotta
was a
take
cart
Willie out
outside.
there.
It should be noted there was a hand cart outside though. No
Right.
one horse could pull.
Right.
I'm just because everyone would already know this. Just but
Yeah. That being said, if things go south for us, it's a very real possibility these bugs might come and your horse might not make it. So prepare yourselves for the walk. Mentally, that is.
Can't go anywhere till Gerald's fit to travel, so
That's why I say 5 days' time. He should be all right in 5 days.
I do appreciate everything that you're doing for us.
We've got the power of the Lord on our side.
All right, tell me where everybody is. Deputy, you've headed out.
yeah, I'm it's medium pace. I ain't trying to sprint ahead of him.
Okay. So you are on your way, but not getting too far out ahead. And the rest of you, are you all in the house or?
Mm-hmm. Well, I am.
Reverend, I'm sure you are. Buford, where are you?
I was in the house as well,
Okay.
but getting ready to go.
All right. Deputy, give me a notice roll.
Notice roll.
All right.
Bog standard.
As you are passing by the rear of the ranch, as you're following those tracks, over your left shoulder, you notice 4 horsed figures riding towards the smoke.
Are they following me?
No, they are. They look as though they're headed for the homestead, the ranch itself.
Shit. I ride as fast as I can directly at them.
All right. That basically means that they're coming in from the southwest up towards you, because you're moving in a northwest. So in a northwest, so they're coming like this as you were going like this. So you've turned to
Right.
meet them head on.
And I'll roll riding because I'm
All right.
flat out in case this is a problem.
Give me a. Oh hell yeah! You're you and Mr. Biscuits have found the zone.
Yeah, biscuits, come on.
You're just like and it's amazing. Everything else drops away as you're speeding towards these 4 figures.
It's called what's it called? The speed. I'm thinking of the DC thing that the Flash taps into. The speed.
Right.
I can't remember what it's called. Fuck.
As you are riding towards them, the 4 horses, they spread out into a line, and they also pick up speed. And as they do so, you see them draw their weapons. And with that, we're going to stop for the evening. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. We didn't quite get to Merkel Canyon, but that's okay.
This
Tune
will
in.
actually be called something else.
Next week, we'll just pick it up with part 2 of Encounter at Merkel Canyon. Thanks a lot, everybody, for hanging out with us. We're going to be back. They'll be back on Sunday for some Distant Star. And then Tuesday afternoon, we'll hang out. We'll do a little bit of Level 1 GM. We'll talk about this episode to see what I fucked up or did well. We'll see. And maybe everyone will join us. Who knows?
Man, I got a list.
I bet you do. Look at that. I'm glad you're taking notes. And then, of course, Wednesday for Krasden and back here for Thursday. And join us on the Discords. Did anybody drop a Discord link into the chat today?
That's a good
course not.
question.
Have not done that. Have not done that.
Well, we'll do some witty banner while that happens.
Sorry, I have to I always close Discord in order to make sure that Zoom runs smoothly,
I hear
because
ya.
Discord takes up 130% of the resources on any given computer.
Discord is
I
like
got
that.
it. I got
Yeah,
it.
there you go. Mikey's got it. Mike's got it.
Let's go.
Apologize.
All
Taking a
right.
while to start.
Good job, everybody. Badass role playing.
This is a very good campaign. I enjoy it. There's
Oh,
a
good.
lot of cool
Yeah, job.
background.
I'm trying to fuck with you, like Mike does, because I learned everything from him. I learned from watching you, okay?
I learned it
I'm watching you.
You.